Cool. So if you're watching this, you're probably wondering what is remote sales, and this is basically how I went from nothing online to making 10k plus a month online without a boss. So, what is remote sales? So you can see it's the modern way of closing deals, right? Without having to even meet people in real life. It's all done like over Zoom, virtual meetings, generating money online for clients by converting like prospects or leads into sales through, the coaching programs, whatever it is that this business owner or online coach sells. So you do everything from your laptop, calls, messages. There are two main roles when it comes down to this. It's appointment setters, so actually booking the calls for the businesses, and the closers who are taking the calls over Zoom, closing the deals across the line, collecting the money for the business. You're working with the coaches, agencies, content creators, service providers, just people that are too busy but are running these businesses where they need sales calls to be closed, bringing people onto the program, generating this money. That's where you come in. So why this works well right now? Every single business owner needs a sales team. They have loads of leads that need converting, qualifying, booking onto these calls, closing, generating this revenue. There are more and more and more online coaches coming into the space, online businesses popping up everywhere. So the need for sales reps is just getting higher and higher, like it's an ever-growing demand. Every business needs sales to grow. Everyone needs sales to make money. They'd rather pay a commission for sales reps than, hire full-time reps or take it on themselves. You're literally solving their biggest problem, their biggest bottleneck, which is converting leads into cash so that they can just focus on creating the content, doing the fulfillment, generating the results for the clients. The money and why it's actually pretty crazy. You could, as an appointment setter, book 5 calls in a day, or as a closer, have 5 calls on your calendar. Only one needs to close, and as these ticket sizes, like 1,000, 5,000, sometimes even like upwards of 10,000. If one closes and you're on 10%, you can earn like hundreds to thousands from just one close a day. A closer can make 1k plus from just like one close. Same as an appointment setter. On average, like setters, I wouldn't even say the top, are hitting 3 to 7k a month just from booking in these calls, jumping on these closing calls, and converting the leads into sales. The top closers, probably, average, like I said, average closers are hitting 10 to 30k a month consistently with this lead flow. That isn't even their own, they don't need to run these businesses, they don't need to be the ones creating content. You can just come in and purely do the sales. You could be making more per hour than like doctors, nurses, lawyers, from just learning how to book calls, take calls and convert them. I'll skip one there, but how to structure your day. So it's more like how you can structure your day. This is the reason so many young guys are quitting your job, because you decide when you work, where you work. You can move out to Asia, you can move to Brazil, you can go absolutely anywhere you want because it's all done online. So it gives you that freedom. You can decide how many calls you take in a day or how long you're booking appointments for. You take control of your calendar so you can put in blocks of when you want to go to gym, when you want to eat, and do it all from literally your bedroom if you wanted to. You don't even have to get out of bed, which I wouldn't recommend. But you just need Wi-Fi and that work ethic that's going to take you to where you need to be. So what skills do you need? The best thing is you don't need a degree. You don't need any previous experience. You don't even need to be clever. You don't need to be a genius, right? You just need to learn the communication, the persuasion systems. You need to learn the frameworks. You need to level yourself up so you're in a position where you can actually sell, where you have the skill set and you can, with conviction, convert people. You get trained up by the offer owner, or obviously the best thing to do is take it into your own hands. Invest in coaching, learn the skill set, and get a mentor, just like I did. I've spent nearly 15k in investing in communities, coaching, and upgrading my skill set along the last year. It's 100% earnable. No matter who you are, where you come from, the background, your skill set. That's the good thing about it. Anyone can do it. It doesn't matter if you're 60 and you've just retired. If you really wanted to, you could get into online sales. Even there's 16-year-olds making tens of thousands a month just because they've mastered the skill of remote sales. And it's real people, you're not the only one doing this. Loads and loads of young lads, even older people 40, 50 are doing this. They're remote closing, printing all this money from a laptop in just all across the world in whatever location they want to be. All of the biggest businesses, the biggest entrepreneurs in the world have sales teams made up of setters and closers. Like Alex Hormozy, his whole business runs off of setters and closers. Same for Iman Gadzi, when he's always, every single video, mentioning, his courses, his training, his coaching. That's all done by appointment setters and closers getting you into that program. Same for Grant Cardone and thousands of others, 6 to 7 figure business owners, which, if you think about it, they're doing 6 to 7 figures. If you're coming in at 10%, you're then earning like 5 to 6 figures a month. What you need to know is it isn't passive income. It does take hard work. It's not easy. It's not for everyone because it's commission, so there isn't a salary. So there's no guarantee. You have to work hard. You have to make the results. You have to be at that skill set to be able to do this and be in a position where you can generate results. But if you do the work, there is literally not a ceiling. You can hit 10k months within your first 3 months as a closer. You can hit 5k a month within your first 3 months as an appointment setter without anyone telling you what to do. You're your own boss. No one has to tell you when to clock in. There's no limit on your location. You don't have to go to the same office 9 to 5 every single day of your life. It's not even really high stakes, but it is definitely high reward. Why it's a skill for life is sales is a person's people game, right? It's recession proof. If AI replaces everything, literally everything in the world, like, businesses will still need humans to sell because it's human conversation. It's that trust that sells and converts. So when you learn sales, you can then close deals for others, start your own businesses even. You can even create your own offer if you want to be a fitness coach, whatever coaching you want to be. There's coaches for everything that are making, 10 to 100k a month. And these skills will pay forever. Final words, remote sales changed my life. I'm a 19-year-old from the UK. I'm now travelling the world for the last 5 months. I quit my job and been able to do pretty much whatever I want to do, starting up my own businesses, creating my network, working with my mates. It's not luck, it's not a scam, it's a skill. Sales, you can't call it a scam, it's a real thing. Everyone knows it exists, and when you're ready to go all in, it can change your life too. Just make sure you take action. Check out my other videos to learn exactly how to get started, what it really is all about. Check out my Instagram because there's loads of short form on there if you want to take it in that way and just watch quick videos as opposed to having to go through loads of YouTube videos. But yeah, thanks for watching, and if you have any questions on remote sales, do not hesitate to drop it in the comments or reach out to me on Instagram so I can help you out and give you some advice.